Thank you much.
Well, it's up on top, they just instead of putting
Okay. All right, friends, then I guess we can keep rolling on. So we're looking for a motion to have a consent agenda this evening.
Second.
Joanne and JR, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so tonight we're looking for approval for the regular city council meeting minutes from April 1st, the committee of the whole meeting minutes from April 1st, our payroll period ending March 29th, our bills through April 7th, Resolution 26044, which is an intergovernmental agreement between the Forest Preserve and City of Lockport for our Lockport Loop design engineering. There's Resolution 26047, authorizing our administrator to execute and consent to the easement for the same bike path. Resolution 26050, which is approving the appointment of Matthew O'Hare back on our planning and zoning. Resolution 26049, approving the appointments of Dennis Draper, Dave Gable, Stephen Dowdy to the City of Lockport's International Code or Board of Appeals. We've got Ordinance 26010, which is a major change to a planned development for the property generally located north of Bruce, east of 135th, south of Cedar Estate, Sadie Ridge. So that's on here. Ordinance 26009, approving special use permit for the multi-tenant drive-through development at 159th and Farrell. This Baskin Robbins and Dunkin' Donuts with multi-tenant building behind it. And then there's Resolution 26043, intergovernmental agreement between City of Lockport and IDOT for roadway resurfacing of Illinois 171 from Daggett Street to Division. So, nice big juicy consent agenda. Looking for approval?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I want to point out CD4, there's also a resolution 26048 containing that item.
Did I miss one?
You talked about the ordinance, but you didn't read that there's also a resolution in that item.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. I see. All right. Thank you for, so, yes, approving the final development plans for the multi-tenant buildings. It's a separate thing. Got it. All right, friends. We're good for looking for a roll call, please?
So moved.
Oh, we have to do a motion for the consent. Are we ready to approve our consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Thank you much. And now we'll do a roll call, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
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 All right, next we're looking for a motion to approve Resolution 26046, which is accept the proposal for the subdivision tree trimming from Homer Tree not to exceed $129,500. So we're looking for a motion for approval here.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
JR and Susie King. Any questions, thoughts, concerns? And we will do a roll call, please.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Yes.
Bergbauer.
Yes.
Deskin.
Yes.
Bartleson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, next we're looking for a motion to approve Resolution 26045, accept the proposal for the emergency repair of the Hamilton Lift Station from Conley Excavating and Construction not to exceed $56,737.
Make the motion.
JR,
Second.
seconded by Robin, was that? And thoughts, questions, concerns? And we'll do a roll call, please.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
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 All right. And lastly, we're looking for approval for Resolution 26060 to accept a quote for Division Street wastewater treatment plant lift station repair from Conley Excavating and Construction not to exceed $38,100.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
JR and Jonathan. If there's nothing else, then we'll do a roll call.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
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 All right, anybody have any new business?
Mayor, I do have a request for an exec session this evening for 2C5 for the purchase or lease of real property and discussing whether it should be acquired.
Okay. We'll do that after our committee of the whole.
Yes, sir.
And if there's nothing else, then we'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second.
Okay, Jonathan, Susie, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Wait a minute, shouldn't we have continued that? Since we're going to executive session.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Either way, and it's actually easier to do it that way.
I don't know.
Predecessors would always do it differently. Yeah. So I should wait until committee of the whole to say that? So I should wait in the next time? wait for
Yeah.
Committee of the whole to say it? I jumped the gun. Yeah.
Just giving us a heads up, that's all.
And then, Mayor, if it's okay with you on the agenda, CA1, I'll
All right, King,
Yes.
Hughes,
Present.
Liff, Galogly,
Here.
Birdbauer,
Here.
Deskin,
Here.
Artelson,
Here.
Cardamone is absent. We have a quorum.
All right, as requested, we're going to jump down to CD1. Want to talk to us, Lance?
I sure will. The applicant, this is related to ordinance 26-011 and resolution 26-058. We did separate these two out so that we don't have the same issues we did on the previous one where they were all in the same paragraph. So we kept the ordinance and the resolution separate. The ordinance is specific to the special use permit for the planned development, and then the resolution is specifically to the final development plans. So just to go through these, the summary is really that Ford Development Investment Group, Dan Clister is in the audience tonight. If you have questions, they have submitted an application for a special use permit for a planned development as well as their final development plans for a 31-unit multifamily development with first floor commercial or retail space as well as 5 apartments for the property located at 711 State Street. Property is about a half an acre. It's currently zoned C4 and the building is vacant. Like I said before, the current zoning is C4, C4 to the south, C4 to the east, and then 7th Street and the right-of-way is to the north of the property. Site plan you see on your screen, the blue blob is the building. It is approximately 35,000 total square feet, 3-story. It has, like I said before, 31 1- and 2-bedroom apartments as well as 4,500 square feet of commercial and retail space on the first floor. There are 39 dedicated parking spaces on site to the west of the building, directly to the west. And then there are 7 spaces on the south side of the 7th Street right-of-way. As we have discussed before at Council, we are in the process of purchasing the 2 properties to the north of 7th Street with a future intent of building a new public parking lot to both support this commercial but also this entire quadrant of the city, much like the Delwood lot. Helps provide some relief parking today that will help to provide that relief parking in the future. Landscape plan is on your screen, meets all of our codes and standards that we've required. One unique twist on this is because this building is very consistent with our historic district buildings. We're going to be working from the city side to extend the streetscape further north from the 8th Street section. So that would run in front of the 8th Street parking lot, would run in front, run over the creek area, and then also in front of this building up to 7th Street as well. So we'll be working on that probably in tandem with the building construction and design as well. Architectural elevations, these went before H&A on February 17th, 2026. They received a certificate of appropriateness, so these are really information only for the council. On your screen, you'll see the front elevation. This is the State Street elevation. A couple things that I'll point out about this. The original property was the Enterprise livery, horse-related uses that were there. We had one particularly good historic picture of the building, and the two kind of middle sections, if you think about the three brick sections, the two middle sections start to pull some of those elements out. So the siding, it was originally an all-sided building. The window size and format is consistent with what that building originally had. There's some patterning below the windows that was in existence on the Enterprise livery building. So trying to bring some of those things forward without replicating them, without trying to copy them, but still keeping the massing and the height and the window placement and the window patterning consistent with our historic district were some of the things that the H&A particularly appreciated about the design. This is a image from what would in essence be 7th Street and State Street looking south. So the building right here in the corner is the northernmost point in the building. This is the rear facade of the building, so what you would see in essence from the parking lot and the train tracks. That's an image of what it looks like there. And this is the north facade of the building and the south facade of the building. So the south facade of the building is where we have the grade changes most pronounced. The existing Delwood Tire building has a basement in it, and so this building needs to take up that grade in some fashion, and they're extending portions of it further down into the grade. The parking lot, although it will slope further than the current one does today, it won't go all the way down to where the basement level is, and that creates some of the retaining walls that are around the site as well. Standards for a special use for plan development, there are a lot of these. They were in the Plan and Zoning Commission report. They were presented at Plan and Zoning Commission in a lot of detail, and they are Exhibit C in the ordinance in front of you tonight. So I'll answer any questions if you have any on those, but rather than belabor the point, they were referenced and adopted at the Plan and Zoning Commission meeting. So our request is to place ordinance 26011 that approves the special use permit for the plan development, and then resolution 26058, which approves the final development plans on the May 6th council agenda for consent or action.
All right.
Be happy to take any questions. Dan, like I said before, is in the audience. Be happy to answer any questions as well.
So, great stuff, exciting, right? Glad you guys are still, finding Lockport to be the place to develop, and we're glad you guys were successful with your first project, Dan. I had a question on the south facade. In the back, where the siding goes kind of all the way down to the ground, behind the siding, is that just, is it wood or is it a stone?
I think it's a stick.
Like right below where the number 6 is on that picture, is the siding attached to just like a wood, kind of studs, or?
It's constructed out of, we're still going through in detail exactly how they're gonna construct the southern end of the building, but it'll likely be poured concrete, actually.
Okay, because some of the folks on the Lockport Council of Arts were asking, because, with the Delwood Tire mural that was painted, to be coming down, I know they photographed it and were looking at maybe another place to put it. If it were a smoother wall, like poured concrete, it could actually do really well to be transferred over there. If you were, if you designed it that way, we could do what we did in the past, where we had a grant or we got an artist to do that, if you were open to that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think depending on what happens to the south, it would be potentially more visible, and we'd be willing to work with you on that.
Okay, all right. So we'll just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
thanks, Dan.
I just have more of a comment, is you guys took such care in replicating the livery, and I'm wondering if we could, somehow we could request like some kind of information of the history of the building, maybe something out front, like a plaque or some kind of signage, just to say, okay, this is why these windows are this way, this is what it was originally, because I think it'd be interesting to see what the history is of this.
One idea might be that the city plans to do enhancements to the streetscape going north on that side of the street someday, and we would have outcroppings of stone, and actually, we worked with Ron to put a plaque in front of, I think it's in front of Thimble's now, that talks about the history of the limestone that was used from the Seven Arches Bridge. The city could partner with that and get the information from the LAFS group and put something in one of the planting beds someday. But we could also put a plaque on the building or whatever. We can
That's
work
it.
on that. That's an easy one.
It's an exciting development.
Yeah, I know at the first building at the port, inside, they've got a lot of old photographs from, like, old-timey photographs from, like, candids. Looks really cool in the hallway. I don't know if that's,
Yeah, we'll
if you're
do-
going a different direction. I'm not here to put ideas into your head, but
No,
they
we
ended
love-
up looking real
yeah.
good.
We appreciate the history, and we'll do our best to honor that. I think anything on the exterior would have to run through the city, but we'd be very willing to work with you on that.
So Jonathan, you're like in the unique position to be a tenant in the first building. Is there anything that like, man, there's one thing about that building that burns my ass? Now's the time.
No, any
Yeah.
problems that we've had have been resolved instantaneously, or at least they've hopped on them instantaneously. It's been a great experience being down there. We love being downtown. Yeah, it's been great. It's a great building.
Very
I don't
good.
live in it. I don't sleep in it. But
I don't
I
think we
do
can
work in it. And it's
underestimate the investment, and thank you, Dan, to him and his family and their company for taking a second project in Lockport. So he married a porter, so I think he's.
Now, he keeps trying to get out, but we pulled him back in. Yeah,
I said, in the next few years, we'll probably end up living here, so,
very good.
yeah, thank you to everybody.
yeah.
All right.
Great.
So, why don't we put them on for action, just, in case we hear some public feedback. So if we can, looking to do 26011 and 26058, we'll put them both on for action item, please. Okay. And then, as requested, Ben, you want to talk about CA1?
Sure, I can do that really quick. So CA1 is a Resolution 26061, which will be improving incentives for this property and for demolition and stabilization of site work and expenses of the real property at 711 South State Street, obviously the former Delwood Tire. In my original conversations with Dan and with the city, we were in negotiations with the former owner of the Delwood site, and we had anticipated doing the demolition and providing a kind of clean pad to Dan. And his firm has moved so fast that we haven't got a chance to get around to doing that. So we would like to entertain the opportunity to have the TIF pay for that. I've got a packet, there's a cost expense in there of about $298. Our negotiations with Dan were to have the city cover $250,000. I did also ask for an additional $100,000 for some potential additional work that we can do at either building north or south at the same time. If they're going to be doing demolition, it might be cost beneficial to work together on those. And so the resolution would be to approve the additional cost up to $350,000 for demolition and/or site work on this site and adjoining parcels.
Okay, any questions, thoughts?
And we'll move this on the agenda. We can do action and put it as a third item on the next city council agenda. So we'll approve the other ones first.
And I had one request. There is like a lot of really good limestone blocks in
Yes.
that foundation. If there's anything that's
We did.
salvageable, like.
Yeah. We talked to Dan and his team, and they're going to try to palletize and save as much as we can.
Okay, very good. All right, if nothing else, we can throw that on as an action item with the other two, so.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, rolling on. Looks like we're over to CD3. What else you got, Lance?
Thank you, Mayor. This is related to Resolution 26059. This is for a concept plan approval for a 68-unit residential subdivision called Royal Highlands Estates. This is a property that is up north on Archer, directly south of, or south and west of the bag yard site for Homer Industries. That's where they store all their bags behind the fences. If you're driving up there, you'll see a very long cornfield, typically that goes all the way back to Smith Road. This property is about 24 acres. It's currently zoned R1 and C2. C2 is on the far east end of it. It's currently vacant, being farmed, and the request is for a concept plan for a plan development, future plan development. Like I said before, the zoning currently has a plan development on it. Originally from a plan 3 plans ago, there was an annexation agreement that was done as a part of that project. That one was all residential on it. Then it got rezoned to residential and a little bit of commercial. Then we did our comprehensive plan and our Route 171 plan that recommended to have R1 residential on the west end, and actually R2 slightly higher density on the east end because of the commercial viability of that parcel and some of the grade changes that are up there as well. On your screen, you'll see the layout plan for the project. Outlined in red is where the duplexes would be located. The product that they're proposing is a duplex product, not a 4 or 5 or 6 like we've seen at Sadie Ridge or Oak Valley or some of the other ones. These would be more along the lines of the Clover Ridge townhomes that are right behind the car wash, the express car wash there. The west end of it are all detached single family. The lot sizes all meet and exceed our minimum lot sizes for a product out here. The retention ponds are kind of in the middle of the site. The red and the blue boxes kind of bisect the north retention area, and then there's another retention area on the west end closer to Smith Road that would be over there. You'll notice that with the site plan, in order to maximize the amount of open space, there is a significant landscape buffer between the backs of the duplexes as well as the backs of the single-family detached to the neighbors to the south as well as to the neighbors to the north. That's something that we have heard in all 75 renditions of a subdivision plan for this property that we've brought through. The neighbors are particularly conscious of what's behind them and what's going in behind them, and they want to make sure that they have some say in that. We had a number of residents from Tamling come to the Plan Zoning Commission meeting. I think a lot of them, in talking with them, they were just simply here to listen and see what it was, to get a better sense for it. I think we answered a lot of questions at that meeting, which is why we don't see anybody here tonight. So that's the general site plan. Here are some comparables for the homes that they are looking to build. Ranch model, number of different elevations. They have a 2-story model, number of different elevations, a larger 2-story model, and kind of a, we'll call it a mid-sized 2-story model. And then these are proposed for the townhomes, or at least the general aesthetic in the townhomes. We do not require that they provide final architectural until we get to the final development plan phase of the project, but these are representative of what they are looking to build on the site. We will continue to refine them with our design guidelines and our exterior material standards, like we do with every developer, but we want to always make sure that you get a sense for what the architecture might look like, or at least some level of consistency between what you see on the screen and what we'll see once we go through final development plans. So with that, our request is to place Resolution 26059 on the May 6th agenda for action or consent.
All right, friends, thoughts, concerns, questions?
Applicant is in the audience if you have any questions for him, and I'd be happy to answer any questions as well.
Do we have any price ranges for these?
Price ranges? Price. You can
Come on up to the microphone.
You can come up here.
High 4s, low 5s at base level with you know, the 4
Is that for the ranches also?
Correct.
Okay, I'm sorry, repeat that again, please?
So it'll be high 400s to low 500s
Okay.
Base before they
Base,
come in
okay.
with any options.
Okay,
And it'll be as high as we can get them, as long as the market's gonna
right.
pay for them, so.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah, a little history, like other projects you guys have worked on,
So
or?
our projects that we're working on, and where most of this product's coming from, except for the townhomes, is in Yorkville. We 83 single-family homes, and it's sold. We started there at 500. Within 6 months, we were in the 700s. I mean, it was the first 2 or 3 people who got a great deal. It's the product that we're bringing over here. It's sold very well. It looks very well. If you get a chance, you should go look at the site's beautiful. It's right across the river on 47 in Van Am and Yorkville. The name of the subdivision? Timber Ridge Estates.
All right, very good.
And then townhomes, new product, getting current with, what people are looking for today, farmhouse style stuff, so. There's actually 2 buildings we're offering. That was just one of them. There's another one that's gonna be very similar, different layout in the inside, in case somebody wants something different.
Do you have a estimated price for the townhome product?
The townhomes will be in the 4s, the single
4s?
family will be in the 5s.
Okay.
So there'll be the high 4s for the towns and low 5s for this thing.
And how many units per, for the townhomes?
2.
Just 2 duplexes, okay, sorry, okay.
Just 2.
Got it.
All right. Anything else? I know, people's been, it'd be nice to see something finally going. It's been going on for a while, so. Do you guys want to do consent, or do you want to do action?
Consent is fine. Oh, action.
An action? We have a call for action, so we will do an action, please. All right, thank you much. All right, let's jump on down to Public Works. Brian, what do you got?
All right, the first one I have is, last fall, IDOT approached us, approached the city with plans to resurface Illinois 7 from Robson Drive to, and there's a photo, I think, if you go to the next one. From Robson Drive and Edelman. At this time, we requested them to provide a pedestrian crossing at the north leg, so kind of where you see the green, so that pedestrians would, currently they can walk across where the white is, but there is no access to the new the apartments there or the 2 Wendy's and other shopping areas that would be coming in that area for restaurants and stuff. Pops is over there, Taco Bell and stuff. So they agreed to it, but to do it, they needed the guardrail to be removed so that you could see in the first, the guardrail kind of, we had to stop the sidewalk as the development for Wendy's happened in that top left. With the guardrail being removed, it would have to require some private and some public regrading of the slope. So IDOT, because they would have to go into agreements with the property owners, asked us to go ahead and do it. So Ben and I talked to the 2 property owners. They agreed to split the cost of the project 50-50. So they're going to cover the cost on their property. We're going to cover the stuff in the right-of-way to regrade it. It'll clean up the area, get rid of that guardrail, so weeds and all that are not going. It'll kind of represent exactly what's on the south side and kind of look more homogeneous throughout the whole area. So the city ended up receiving bids, and we received the lowest responsive bid from Austin Tyler Construction in the amount of $79,708.01. So what I'm asking for is the approval of placing resolution number 26-052 to accept the proposal for the 159th Illinois 7 Edelman Drive guardrail removal project from Austin Tyler Construction for the amount not to exceed the $79,708.01 on the agenda for the next regular city council meeting.
All right. Questions, thoughts, concerns?
Do the sidewalks connect to these businesses from 159th?
Currently, what it is the blue is the existing sidewalk. And then as you go, the light blue is what is getting put in as the developments go. So they do have, like Wendy's does have sidewalk going to theirs from that
meeting it?
light blue one.
Okay.
The car wash will be the next one, and I think that's still, Lance probably would be able to time in, what's the next
Do we have anything for the next parcel over?
No, that parcel remains unincorporated.
Unincorporated, and then it would go over, and I believe that one's the other, one on the other side of the driveway, the
Yeah.
far.
The Far East one is currently in review for a concept plan, and that would be the next piece that would have a sidewalk with it.
Sidewalk connection. So as we connect those, that's why the sidewalk is not going along the north, because of the slope. That's why it's not just along, like on the south side has sidewalk going up and down. We actually have it going back, and there is gonna be sidewalk, and there's ADA crosswalk to get to the apartments too. So that is connected to the site.
And then as far as for crossing 159th, there's nothing east of that intersection, is
Yeah,
there?
there's nothing on the east side, so, yeah, once you get across where you see the light blue when it gets back, just off this photo, there is a plan as the developments continue to the east. There's, and if it warrants are met, there would be an intersection,
That's where-
signalized intersection right there.
All
So,
the real wide exit from the south property, right?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, so
Would
that
that
would
have a
be-
crosswalk in it, or is there?
There
does
is
it not
nothing
meet-
now, there's no crosswalks or anything, so that would all get built when that signal gets put
Okay.
in and stuff, to provide
maybe-
us pedestrian, yeah, so down the way as the rest of the Lockport, the south section gets developed and the northern section gets finalized, so.
Anything else there, friends? Are you guys good with consent on this? All right, consent it is. And then PW2, what else you got, Brian?
We could, he was making fun of me.
Like, so he's over there
I said
whispering
big words
harassments.
and Mike
Yeah.
gets all happy. Big word for an engineer. It is a very big word for an engineer. We cut I didn't even have it written down. So this one is actually just for, a resolution, or to approve resolution, for, the proposal from GIS, for Chamlin to provide some GIS, services for us. What they're gonna do is, we currently have the sanitary locations, but we don't have the rims and inverts surveyed wise. So they're gonna go out, survey it all, and provide us the data so we can put it into our GIS. So instead of our guys going out, they're getting all the dips and everything, we're just gonna hire them. They're gonna go out and be able to provide the survey stuff and then provide it to us in a format that we can upload into our GIS to just speed up the process and everything.
What's an invert?
Invert is the level that the sanitary water is flowing. So
Okay.
that's the bottom of the pipe.
It's the elevation
So
of
you
the
got the
actual
rim
pipe.
is the elevation at the grade. The invert is the elevation that the actual water or the pipes are at,
Sit
the
at?
bottom of the pipe, yeah. So that way you know what the elevation, which way they're going and
Sure.
slopes and stuff, so.
That's a good question, man.
And then the other question I had is, when we get that file and we put it into our system, does it require a lot of work for a tech to like get everything lined up? matched
No,
up?
it'll
It
actually
comes
be in,
straight
it'll be a plug and play, yeah.
Okay,
It'll be
because they're
plug and play.
using our drawings to improve their drawings, right?
Yeah,
Or to
they'll
improve
use the
their
same
data.
system, so they're integrated with the GIS, so they'll have it in the GIS format. So when they provide the file, our technician will be then able to take it and just plug
Check
it right in,
check
and it'll
put
just
it in.
automatically be done, so it'll be complete,
Right.
so.
All right.
Just left.
They have to do probably about 80% of the sanitary need the inverts and stuff, and this
Yeah.
is also starting to do some of the storm. We have, maybe it's 75, because we have some of the newer data, like silo bends and all that. We got the as-built. This is more of a downtown, anything built before like, just the most recent subdivisions that we're getting as-built.
And that's
on.
just sewer and sanitary?
Right now, yes. Our water's already done.
Water's already
100%
done.
Is about 98% done.
And then are they doing trees?
Trees,
Or
we
any
do
other,
have
like-
trees already done, that's not in our GIS. We're gonna do a new survey of all the trees, in the next year or two, and once we have that, we'll upload it in and then do it, so we have the most latest and greatest.
What's left?
After that,
Yeah.
it's endless. So
Oh,
trust me.
yeah.
It is
Start
just-
all over again.
There's, sidewalks and road, everything, so.
Yeah, really.
Not at all, no.
JS never
I just know JS never, it just never stops.
Yeah, it never stops. It's just data that you get to collect and everything, so information. So I guess I'm asking for approval of placing resolution number 26-057 to accept the proposal for a professional GIS service from Chamlin Associates for a total not to exceed $50,000 on the agenda for the next regular scheduled city council meeting.
Everybody good with consent on this one?
Yes.
All right, consent it is. And then, Mike, if you can do the magic speech to put us in executive session and dismiss us afterwards, I would appreciate it.
Well, since this is a committee of the whole, we don't even have to do the magic speech. You could just make a motion to go into executive session.
But I want to be able to not have to come back.
Oh, it will not be, returning to open session, correct.
Dude, if I said it like that, you would have corrected me and told me I had to read this big speech. Now you're like, oh, yeah, just say it, dude. Yeah.
Normally, when we do it during the council meeting, you could come back and do business, which is why you have to have that extra language. You can't conduct business at committee of the whole, so there's not that fear.
Well, if you feel it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. So we're all going to go to exec session. Thank you.
We need a motion and a second.
So move.
Second.
No, it's.
Okay, thank you.